Hi guys, so it's been forever since I did a video and I decided that I'd finally do one after months and months. So I'm going to start doing videos a lot more often, so if you have any questions or topics that you want me to talk about, feel free to send them into the blog and I will do them as soon as I can because I really like doing this. So, okay, I asked for a topic or questions if you guys had any, and I got one that said, can you maybe do a video topic on self-harm and recovering from it? Sometimes I feel really alone and really different from everyone else because I'm struggling with something that they aren't. If not, that's okay, thank you. So I thought this was a really good topic, and whoever sent that in, thank you for sending me a topic in. But basically, what I wanted to start off by saying is that from a very young age, I think that we start to stereotype self-harmers and kind of put them in their own group. But self-harmers in reality don't look or act much different from everyone else. I know that a lot of people think that when they think of self-harm, they think of emos and wearing all black. But I self-harm and I don't wear black all that much. I like really bright colors, and at the time I acted a lot more happy than I really was. And I think that's how some people are. So if you feel alone because you think that you're struggling with this problem alone, I think that a lot of other people may be struggling, but hiding it really well. And that's what I did. And I have a friend that hid it very well also. Definitely not alone, because you can come to Tumblr and you can talk to our blog and you can talk to different people on here, because I think that we are all kind of like a community, and I think we all help each other a lot. So I keep saying I think a lot, and I don't know why, because I just think a lot of things. That's why. I'm so awkward. So now recovering from self-harm. I'm currently in recovery, and I know my friends in recovery. So it gets very hard at first because it's something that you're used to, and it's something that you're always going to want to go back to when you're upset or when something's not going right, because that was always just a way to cope. But as you recover a little more, and as like the weeks progress and months, it gets a lot easier because you find different ways to manage it, and you find different ways to relieve stress. So, what I think that you should do for recovery of anything like self-harm or an eating disorder, you need to get help. And as scary as that sounds, you need to ask someone for help. And it's very hard to do that because it's something that you tried so hard to hide. And when you finally want to stop and get help, people might not be expecting it because you hid it for so long. So I think that first you either need to talk to a guidance counselor or a teacher that you trust if you're not comfortable with going to your parents first. My personal experience, my teacher, I talked to her and she talked to my guidance counselor, and my guidance counselor talked to my parents. So that was kind of like an indirect way of telling my parents, because I knew that they weren't going to take it well. But they were a lot more understanding than I thought they were going to be, so that's like another positive thing. I think when parents see their children hurting, then they are no longer angry because they know that they need to start doing something to help. So I think that their instincts kick in and start helping. But basically it just takes that one person to just tell them that you need help, and it just takes one person to help you get through like all of that. So I think you need to ask for help. What I usually do to avoid urges is I sit on my hands, and as crazy as that might seem, whenever I automatically think about it, I just like sit on my hands. And then I think that also like relieves like pressure, and I feel like my hands are like immobile. So that helps. And I call my friend and she talks to me, and we don't talk about like if I'm upset. We don't talk about if I'm upset. We don't talk about if my day was bad or something bad happened. We just talk about normal things. like what we did in school or what I had for dinner, just random things to get my mind off of it. And by then, I'm usually okay. Um, Also, if you go to a therapist and seek help that way, your therapist can give you a lot of different options, psychologist or psychiatrist, wherever you go to. They can give you different ways to cope. And I know that they have different breathing techniques that you can do to calm down. But yeah, so there's that. Um, I don't know if that was it or not. But if you feel alone because you're struggling with something that someone else isn't, there's also a lot of other people who are struggling with something that maybe you aren't. So they probably feel as much alone as you feel. So I think that if you are having trouble connecting with people because you feel so separated from them because of your struggles, try to bond with the fact that you're both struggling through something that others aren't. Also, I forgot to mention that for my birthday, I turned 18, February 13th, and for my birthday, I got a tattoo, and I'm a Demi Lovato fan, so I got Stay Strong. It's hard to twist my wrist that way. I got Stay Strong and the Lovato card tattooed on my wrist, and that's just kind of like a reminder to kind of, stay strong. And whenever I'm feeling like the urge to self harm or the urge to fast or something, I always look at my wrist, and that's there to remind me. So if you're old enough and you have, well, I guess you don't need your parents' permission if you're old enough, but um, if you're old enough, getting a tattoo that's meaningful in some way to you could also help because it's like a part of you. And it's always there to remind you to either stay strong, keep going, and not give up. So that's also something that you could do. Um, and yeah. Thank you so much for sending in this question and this topic. If you have any questions or critiques for this video, or you have anything to add to it, feel free to go on the blog and tell me, or even reblog this and put your comment below. So, yeah, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.